What's up, guys? Russell back with AbeBooks here, coming at you with a little bit of a geek out. Now, I say that because, well, Star Wars Battlefront was released recently. And because of that, Turtle Beach actually stepped up their game and released 2 new themed headsets. Not 1, but 2. So, are they good enough for Red 5 and his buddies? I'm going to take the next week and find out. As I mentioned before, this is going to be a little bit of a geek out as these headsets are from one of my favorite trilogies of all time. The first 3 don't count. So at first glance, I'm actually pretty impressed. When I saw that they were being released, I knew I had to review them, so I wasted no time and had them sent over. So Turtle Beach is one of the better known names in gaming headsets, and while they aren't the most prestigious brand, they do have some pretty good quality pairs. But for this release, they actually decided to stick with a more modest approach, releasing a low to mid-end range of headsets to stick with their targeted audience, the Star Wars and game enthusiasts who just can't get enough Star Wars stuff. So, starting with the first one, the XWing. Priced pretty competitively at $60 Canadian at the time of recording, the first headset, entitled the XWing, sports 40mm drivers in each ear can with a non-retractable but removable boom microphone, 3.5mm jacks for connectivity and inline controls. At first glance though, I spotted something I already wasn't a fan of. Wires coming from each ear can. What? The headband itself is of plastic construction, nothing really noteworthy there, and a 90-degree rotation to allow for a more customizable fit and more comfortable for wearing around the neck when not in use. As such. For overall aesthetic, it does win some bonus marks just because of its Star Warsiness, and it's not meant to be a movie prop. It's just cool to have for a headset to play some games, and I think I'd wear it, and in fact I did for about a week. During that week of testing, there was some good news and some bad news. And the bad news is somewhat on the same scale of there's a hole in the space station the size of the Womp Rat that if someone were to shoot a torpedo into it, the entire thing would blow up. Because it's kind of a big deal. It all started when I plugged them in with the extremely short cord. Like seriously, I have patience longer than this. So I started with my classic test tune, Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. Now this song actually has a pretty big mix of highs, mids, and lows to allow for a pretty good range testing when you're looking at a new pair of headphones or even speakers or something like that. But even switching up to something poppy or even more bass heavy, I was actually pretty disappointed. They sound like something that you got out of a cereal box. The sound was mushy, the bass was hardly existent, and there was no depth or warmth whatsoever. Not only that, but with the cheap closed-back design, you had to keep the volume down in public or else people would start to look at you funny. Like as if the Orange didn't do that already. And gaming performance was, well, pretty disappointing actually. Being that these are a stereo headphone, games like Battlefield 4 and CSGO, which utilize the surround sort of capability of most headphones nowadays, you actually sort of lost yourself in the game. It was very confusing to sort of figure out where people were coming from when you heard footsteps. It wasn't as immersive as I would have hoped. And in games like Shadow of Mordor, you lost a lot of the ambient noise from the environment, the birds and trees and wind and whatnot. So overall, very disappointing. But did I say there was good news? Oh. Well, if Greg House taught me anything, it was that everybody lies. The second headset that we'll be taking a look at is the Sand Trooper, and while I wish that the styles and the names were reversed, I can't deny it's actually a pretty cool looking headset. Priced at $120 Canadian, there's no surprise you get a little bit of an upgrade from the XWing, sporting 50mm drivers, the same removable boom mic, inline controls, and even a single wire coming from the headset itself. Bravo, Turtle Beach. You saved yourself there. But it's still very short. The headband, again, is an all-plastic design, which seems rigid enough and does adjust for various head sizes. The ear cups themselves are breathable fabric, a definite upgrade from the cheap pleather on the X-Wing, and get this, the Imperial logo plates are swappable. The headset itself comes with 1 pairs with possibilities to upgrade and purchase more to further customize your experience. In terms of sound quality, again, a little disappointed. Even with the larger 50mm drivers, they lack the punch that a good gaming headset should have. Comparing these with the 40mm drivers of my Razer Krakens, they seem a little bit cheap and underpowered. Much like the XWings, they lack the audible warmth and depth that comes with a good pair of headphones, and for $120 that's a little bit disappointing. So while a range of mids to highs doesn't sound too bad when they're present at the same time in these headphones, as soon as you introduce a low or a bass, it sounds very, again, mushy and almost underwater-like. With my Razer headset, I'm actually quite used to almost jumping out of my seat if a bomb were to go off next to me while playing the game. But with these ones, you can barely feel it. It's a little bit disappointing. Comparing these to every other Turtle Beach headset I've ever experienced, it doesn't even come close to the quality that I'm used to. The one area in which I was thoroughly impressed was the microphone. Having identical microphones on each headset, I decided to only put one sample in the video, but I assure you that both microphones sounded identical. So unfortunately, I don't have a 4-pole splitter to split the single jack into 2 jacks on my computer, so I decided just to take a voice recording on my phone and then move the file over afterwards. This also leads me to mention that the headsets are compatible with most mobile devices as well as tablets and all that kind of stuff as a headset, as one would expect. In addition to these mobile devices, these headsets are also compatible with Xbox One, PC, and PS4, so no matter what your platform is, you can enjoy these as much as you like. However, with the short cords, you're pretty much limited to anything you can have in your lap, i.e. laptops and controllers. Desktops, not so much. I got really lucky because my desktop is very close and I could plug it in at the top, but other than that, not really a go-to solution. You better hurry up though, these headsets are limited edition and individually numbered, so grab them while you can. These are pretty cool buys for the gamer who is also a Star Wars fan, but there are better headsets out there for the same money, such as the aforementioned Kraken 7.1s and another set from Turtle Beach, the Air Force X12s. And these I actually compared in a video over here. Just vogue that. It's over here. And that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks so much for sticking around. Hopefully you enjoyed this brief overview and review of these 2 new limited edition Star Wars headsets by Turtle Beach. And toss me a like if you're excited to see my new 2-minute video series that will be getting posted shortly, so stay tuned for that. Get subscribed if you like my content. Bookmark my Amazon affiliate link for any Christmas shopping that you may do for the holidays. And follow me on Twitter for more updates, and I will catch you guys in the next video.